First and foremost, I want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I understand without him I wouldn't be here today, and I understand without him I'm not going anywhere as well. With that being said, let's get into the video. Yo, what it is, ETO gang, it's your boy ETO Troy back in the car with another one. Man, today we got Once in a Lifetime, Argentina, episode 2, Dos. Enough with the Pibe. This is episode 2. I got a lot of love from my first video when I did Argentina Once in a Lifetime, episode 1. Thank y'all, everybody that went ahead and engaged with the channel, everybody that went ahead and sent love. And I even got some people from Argentina that went ahead and commented and saying that finally somebody reacted to this video. So I'm glad that I actually was the first person to actually react to this video. That actually caught me off guard because like a well put together video like that about the culture and like the history of Argentina is actually like I ain't gonna lie, I told this to somebody in my comment section and I meant it. That was my favorite video to react to, like throughout all of the videos that I've done across this entire channel so far, because like I just like the vibe was there. I like to learn about stuff like that. It's interesting whenever I learn about different cultures and stuff like that. The way that soccer is not just, it's just not a sport, it's just not a game to them, but it's like actually a part of their way of life and is a genuine part of their culture. So it's like I have nothing but the most respect for all of that. Plus learning about a bunch of different cool stuff about Argentina, like what the people, like what the natives tend to be like, or like their ethnicity background and all of that. Italians moving in there, all kind of stuff, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm really excited to see what episode 2 got coming, and it's really crazy to think that I was the only person to react to that video. That video deserves more reactions. But while I'm the only person that went ahead and react to that video, make sure y'all go check out episode 1. And we about to get into episode 2 right now. Like I said before, thank y'all for engaging with the channel. It means a lot to me. I love everybody that keep on going ahead and recommending me stuff. Everybody that's subscribing to me. We on the road to 300 subscribers right now. And we currently at 266. Hey, look. I always get the number wrong whenever I say we got X amount of subscribers or whatever like that, because 9 times out of 10, by the time I record the video, the subscribers done went up a couple. Let's make sure that y'all go ahead and hit that subscribe button for your boy. And without further Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Right, so that's all back in the car. We're not even able to watch the penalty. A fight almost kicked off. And the man left and came back with a gun.
Whoa.
I swear, you saw it, right?
They getting active like that? No,
My name's Ellie Menjum, and for the past few years I've been traversing Europe, documenting the tales of football clubs and their fan bases who've been on the verge of winning something for the first time in a long time, if not ever. From northern Turkey to southern Spain, from southwest Germany to the Basque Country, I've been on a mission to show how important it is that the game has a variety of winners, so that we learn about new places, new people, new cultures, and most importantly, new stories. Then came the 2022 FIFA World Cup.
It's crazy that he's already doing this, man, and I ain't gonna lie to you. Like I said in my previous video, make sure y'all go watch that. I wouldn't mind doing something like this, and like later on down the line, whenever the channel grows and we get to a point to where we can do stuff like that, I would love to do nothing like that. So and I ain't gonna say it's a thought, it's something that I want to do. We just gotta grow this channel to what we need it to be in order for us to go ahead and do that. So make sure y'all hit that subscribe button again. I ain't gonna say that no more, but this is really cool, bro. And I feel like it'll be different because he has some football knowledge background. I have very little. I'm gaining some as I watch these videos. I'm definitely gaining some as I'm watching these videos. But I feel like it's going to be even more interesting for me because I'm going to be learning like off of basically like the beginner's level.
Where I knew the exact once-in-a-lifetime story I had to tell. So as the world's media descended on Qatar to be at the tournament, Copadani and I decided to fly 8,000 miles in the opposite direction to tell the ultimate story of a football fan base on the brink of ending a 36-year wait for the biggest prize in sport. But what we found was a story that transcended football, a story that reached into the very soul of a nation that laid itself bare over 2 fateful weeks. A story that etched a struggle for identity and a search for glory that began over 2 centuries ago. A story about Lionel Messi, Argentina, and 45 million people yearning to reclaim their place in history. This on the ground, as it happened, ultimate account of perhaps the greatest football story of our time. This is Once in a Lifetime. How many years have you been covering football as a journalist?
I've been working football 24 years now.
And how many matches do you think you've covered?
2000, something like that.
Have you ever seen a footballer like Messi?
No.
Easy.
Not close.
Tough.
Yeah, his level of consistency is astonishing. For what, 17, 18 years, he scored 30 goals a season, got 15, 20 assists a season. And nobody in the entire history of football had anything like that level.
Born and raised in Argentina's second city of Rosario, the moment Lionel Andres Messi took to the uneven pitch of his local football club, Grandoli, the game of football.
That's Messi as a kid?
And he starts dribbling past everybody, and suddenly his brothers realise this isn't normal.
By 7, he signed boyhood club News.
I don't even.
By 13, he signed by FC
A kid that good at anything.
He's already in their first.
A kid that good at anything is very hard to come by. I'm not gonna lie to you, because like I see like stories of like kids that are like football protege, like prodigies and like basketball prodigies and everything like that. And I'm not gonna lie to you, they starting to come more. They're starting to come more like often now. I'll say it like that. And I'm just talking about sports in general, not just soccer. But I'm just saying, like, I don't know that much about soccer. If your kid is doing that in the backyard at that age and at that height, you let me know, because I ain't gonna lie to you. At that point, I might have an opportunity to be an agent or something, bro, for like something that's really like coming to become something great for real. But I ain't gonna lie to you, the fact that if that was actual film of Messi, which of course I'm pretty sure it is, of Messi, like playing soccer as a kid, well, y'all should have knew something was up whenever he was doing that.
Squad, and by 21 he's the star of Pep Guardiola's legendary side.
They're the greatest team I've ever seen. And Messi is the best player in the best team I've ever seen.
That teal jersey coming soon.
Being very, very, very good to utterly exceptional.
The next decade and a half sees Messi achieve every club and individual award several times over, with goals, assists and performances that truly defy belief. But don't take my word for it.
Lionel's for me the best.
He's a one-off for me, and it was just great to be in the same stadium as him.
But Leo is just a freak. What he does is unheard of. I mean, I don't know if you will see that ever again.
Then there's his stats with the club. 10 La Ligas, 7 Copa del Reys, 4 Champions Leagues, 3 FIFA Club World Cups, 534 goals and 304 Champions Leagues, 3
FIFA Club World Cups.
534 goals and 303 assists. Each and every season, Messi seemed to raise the bar to new heights for FC Barcelona. But back in Argentina, things are a bit more complicated.
And Messi is like, I don't know.
Wait, you still believe that to this day?
Yes, to this day.
You see, for many Argentinians, as happy as they were to see a compatriot at the top of world football again, the reality was, whilst he may have won everything at Barca, when it comes to Argentina, despite his record amount of goals and assists for the country, whenever Messi went to a tournament with the national team, they came home empty-handed.
Messi is like having a son that you know he can do better. He can do better, but he's not doing it.
There's this desperate desire for him to pick up from Maradona, for him to lead them to glory. When that doesn't happen, there's this intense frustration.
Deep inside, we love him, but it is a win.
That is that sports fan mentality right there, bro. Whenever you got that player that's on your team that you know can get you to where y'all need to go, but y'all keep on falling short, that is that fan frustration right there. You love that player, you love him, but you just can't get over the hump. That I've been dealing with that same thing with Miami, with the Miami Heat for the longest, bro. When Jimmy Butler got us to the finals in 2020, I was like, bro, I know you can do this. It's LeBron and AD, don't get me wrong, but I know you can do this. We didn't do it. We got back to the finals in 2023, if I'm not mistaken, and we lost to the Nuggets. I'm just like, Jimmy, you've proved on 2 separate occasions you could get us there. I just need you to finish the job, man. I just need you to finish the job. Man, the 2 finals and losing both of them and not seeing it again since that has been very tough as a Miami fan. But the Saints is also a close second. Like that 2018 Saints team, I knew we had it. I'm not gonna bring up the no call again. I want to so bad.
It's a win, you know. That's it.
Yeah, of course they're proud of what he does for Barcelona, but he's doing it for Barcelona. Argentinian fans want him to do it for Argentina.
Este país, con todas nuestras dificultades, nuestras carencias, le exigen a Messi hacer todo como si fuera Dios.
That's a big expectation, though.
Y nos salve.
Como si fuera Maradona. Y nos salve.
Like Maradona and
Surely the
save
idea
us.
is Messi must lead them to glory. It doesn't happen.
Firstly, there's the World Cup heartbreak, where in 2006 he only plays a bit part role, which sees a quarter-final exit. In 2010 he plays every match, but once again, they're out in the quarters. Then came the 2014 World Cup in Brazil, where Messi scores 4 goals, earns player of the tournament, and leads Argentina to their first final in 24 years.
But he took you to a World Cup final.
Yes, but we didn't win.
And it's like that for you.
Who remembers the guy who came in second?
He's right though. He's right though. You could go to the World Cup final. You could go to the NBA finals. You could go to the NFL Super Bowl. It don't. At the end of the day, you just gonna be remembered as the team that got beat by the champions. They're gonna remember the champions forever. I don't know who beat them. I'm pretty sure they're about to say it. But just for instance, Brazil beats Argentina in a World Cup final. I'm just saying Brazil for whatever reason. They're gonna remember Brazil as champions forever. Are they gonna remember Argentina as champions forever or runner-ups forever? No, they're not gonna be named as the runner-ups. We're going to be calling them, oh yeah, they beat Argentina to win that World Cup. It don't matter. It don't matter. You gotta win, bro. If you gonna go there, you gotta win. It's an accomplishment. You made it there.
No, it's ludicrous. That doesn't stop you earning.
You gotta win.
Thing, inside of me, even if I know logically that it's not.
It's not.
Okay.
It's not.
It's still there, lingering somewhere.
Right.
It's a mix of like the way of the Argentinian and so many years of not being able to actually winning. Sometimes coming really close, like in Brazil, it was like a dream come true to win it in Brazil at the Maracanã Stadium.
Oh, they beat Brazil.
Like, I'm willing to say this. If he would have scored a goal in 2014 and we would have won the World Cup in Brazil, everything would be different.
Argentinian fans want him to do it for Argentina. Maradona did it for Argentina. Why can't Messi? If he's so good, why can't he do this?
No, pero nunca jugó ni la mitad de lo que jugaba en Barcelona.
Inclusive yo, no podía creer cómo la magia que hacía en el Barcelona y no en la selección.
No me convenció demasiado. Porque venía de la sombra de Maradona.
But in speaking to younger Argentinians, it's evident that this isn't a sentiment shared by all.
¿Quién es mejor, Messi o Maradona?
Messi.
The younger generation lives football in a very different way.
Les dice que a quién le gusta más Maradona.
It's a globalised generation that sees football in a different way to the older generation.
It was really, really
I got something to say about this.
on Messi for me.
You don't think it was justified?
No, not at all.
So younger generation's never seen Argentina reach the heights in the game, and so there is that tension.
I mean, I've heard stories my whole life of my parents talking about.
Yo, this is so surreal, bro.
I've been fed those stories constantly while never quite watching it for myself.
How much did that tell you about 86? How much do you hear about 86?
Yeah, since I was born, maybe twice a week he remembers me. When we drive in the car and there is not much to talk, he tells me, no, because in the 86 we did that, we did this. Stories that I have already done because are always the same.
Yo el 86 tenía 1 año. Sin embargo, todos los de nuestra generación vimos todos los partidos, todos los videos, todos los relatos.
Un video muy clásico argentino llamado creo que Héroes. Era una y otra vez cuando era chico. Llegaba a la escuela y ponía eso, lo veía a Diego y a Diego y a Diego.
Nadie no sabe de memoria el relato de Víctor Hugo de Barrilete Cósmico, ¿no?
Sigo mirando los goles de Diego.
Miramos repeticiones en casa, miramos documentales. Hay una película de los campeones del 86 que la miramos casi.
Alright, so I'm gonna take a pause right there because I'm not about to say exactly what it is that I want to say and the questions that I have to ask right now about that. And but I will say that, you know what, I want to get in tune with that if possible. Is there any documentaries of Maradona that y'all would recommend me to go ahead and watch so I could get a better grasp of who Diego Maradona was and like the way he played? I've seen a little bit of clips, you know what I'm saying, but he played in the older era, so there's definitely less film on him lying around somewhere, but I know somebody in this world got some good film and probably made a good like collage or something Maradona. So if y'all interested in seeing me going ahead and reacting to some Maradona documentary, I would like a documentary so I could like really get like, you know, what he did and like really grasp it, you know what I'm saying? Highlights will do me something, but they ain't gonna do me justice. I need a backstory, somebody who's knowledgeable about the game that's telling me who Diego Maradona really is. And I'm pretty sure they're gonna do all of that up in here because everybody gonna have their perspectives on Maradona. Everybody gonna have, most of the times I'm hearing that he's the GOAT, he's the greatest of all time. Whoa! Greatest of all time in Argentinian history. I had to clear that up, you know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure we're going to get into Messi's World Cup thing. But if there's any good things on Maradona to go ahead and watch, y'all let me know down up in the comments.
Siempre. Sí. El campeón imposible. Linda. Well, the older generation said you never saw Argentina reach the heights. You never saw a player like we saw Maradona in his heyday.
Do you think there's a difference in generation that older people are stuck in the past and they're looking at it with rose-tinted glasses?
Yeah, but that's football, right? It's the experiences around
that's anything, bro.
You.
Maybe I like to. It's a way to how can I say, leave it in my childhood. I don't know, but I really want to win.
And so with Argentinian media, generally populated by people of a similar age and therefore mentality, and perhaps even nostalgia, Messi, despite becoming Argentina's leading goal scorer, became a target for those wanting to relive their childhood.
Debe jugar mejor en el seleccionado argentino. Y es una asignatura de él y es su responsabilidad. No vamos a liberar de la responsabilidad a Messi. Messi tiene la responsabilidad de jugar mejor en el seleccionado.
And no more so was this the case than at one particular tournament.
Now I gotta say what I gotta say, and I ain't gonna lie to you, I've been itching because I just wanted them to come to like at least a like somewhat of a closing point about the new generation versus the old or the old generation versus the new generation. It's not just football, bro. It's not just football. American football, NBA. It's everywhere, bro. America, Argentina, bro. I'm definitely going to assume it's everywhere else in the world because I'm not going to lie to you. Whenever it comes to like that passion that people have about a certain thing, especially sports, bro, y'all, like, I feel like we share so many of this more similar like perspectives on things that we really don't give each other credit for, because exactly the way that they feel about Messi and Maradona is the exact same way that, well, you know what, I'll say in hindsight that I feel about the LeBron and Jordan debate. For real. I'm not going to dive too deep into it because this is about soccer and this is about Messi versus Maradona, or not even versus, but Messi compared to Maradona. But literally I got my dad. My dad literally going to tell me every single time if we get into a debate about who's better out of MJ and Jordan, he's literally going to go ahead and tell me, I seen Jordan play. Boy, Jordan was a bad mother. Boy, he was a bad mother. And LeBron, he is good. LeBron is good, but he ain't going to never be what Jordan is going to be. And same thing with the media. There is so many more media people that are older that have more notoriety and more and are on a higher like hierarchy than maybe some of the younger guys, and their word holds more weight, like Stephen A. Smith or like what it is, Shannon Sharp will be one of the ones that I actually say that I mess with because he is actually like perfect. He kind of have that new generation bias, and he also have that old generation bias, even though he is on, but you see it in all of those sports, bro. And like with Maradona and Messi, it's like Messi is doing all of these great things for Barcelona, and Maradona made it to the mountaintop with the World Cup for Argentina. So it's like, yeah, we see you playing amazing in Barcelona. We're happy for you. But we need you to come here and go and bring that to us. We see how great you are. You're the GOAT. But can you come be the GOAT for us and not just for Barcelona? You know what I'm saying? And that's such a high expectation that you got to hold your best player up to. But at the end of the day, that's just the territory, and that's just the things that come with it. Real talk. And like, bruh, I ain't gonna lie to you. This one got me off on the edge of my seat already because of the fact of I like how they going ahead and they always gonna highlight they always gonna highlight your mistakes. Even though if you're great, they're still gonna highlight your mistakes. But at the end of the day, they still love you, but they expect more from you, and that's good because they want to see you do amazing. You got fans that want to see you do amazing. They deserve this win. They deserve this win.
I think the really
and they want you to give it to them.
Copa America in Argentina. The assumption is on home soil, surely Messi can lead us to glory.
But he couldn't. And knocked out by Uruguay on penalties, Argentina's home Copa America dream is over by the quarterfinals. However, it's a group stage draw versus Colombia that's most remembered.
Yeah, so I was there in 2011.
You were there?
I was there.
It was a dour game. It was such an old squad.
In Santa Fe, so back in his home province.
Messi was not at his best at all. And when the final whistle blew, the whole stadium jeered on him, booed him.
Wow.
I just genuinely couldn't believe what I was hearing.
You could sense that it was against Messi, not just against the team.
The Argentinians booed Messi.
Wow.
I can't even fathom
Messi.
it.
It was not just booed. He was booed in his own province.
Wow.
Keep in mind, this is peak Messi. This is 2011 Messi.
So prime Messi was 2011 Messi?
Exactly.
Against United.
That's why people were so angry at him, because they were watching Messi at Barcelona winning everything, you know, tearing opponents to shreds, and they were asking, why can't we have that Messi for ourselves?
What was your reaction to when you heard the jury?
My reaction was... Damn Barcelona.
Damn Barcelona.
It was completely breaking us because we wanted to look like Barcelona, we wanted to train like Barcelona, we wanted to play like Barcelona.
Necesitamos un 10 en la selección. Ese no es Messi. No es Messi.
And we were unable to do that. We were not Barcelona, we had no Guardiola.
But at the core of the criticism, it wasn't so much about Messi's skills as it was about something deeper.
No tiene la sangre que tenía Maradona. Ojo, no tiene la sangre que tiene Maradona.
I think it was before the Colombia game. And
They're going crazy. They are hot. They are hot, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is definitely a deeper passion than anything else that I've ever witnessed. I'm not gonna lie to you, because don't get me wrong, I do know people that go ahead and start blaming their star player, even though they're still gonna be a fan of the team next year, even though they're still gonna support the team like no other team in the world, and even though they ain't never gonna switch up on their team. I have seen people attack their star players because their star players didn't get the job done. Kevin Durant is kind of like a good example with OKC, but I'm not gonna get into that. But I ain't gonna lie to you. I have never ever felt that. You know what? I lie. Marcus Williams. Y'all could go ahead and look that up and know what I ain't. Some of y'all Saints fans or some of y'all American football fans, y'all know what I'm talking about. Dang, bro, he doesn't exist. He doesn't have Maradona blood. He can't do it. We want Barcelona Messi. And it's like, we want to play like Barcelona. We want to be like Barcelona. We want to train like Barcelona. Like, bro, if y'all can tell me how much different was Barcelona Messi in these years, just these years right here of him losing in the World Cup final and quarterfinals and all of that. Give me like a scale of what was Barcelona Messi playing like at that time, and what was Argentina Messi playing like at that time, and just give me like a chart, or like give me like an example of something like that if y'all can in the comments, because the way that they're making it sound like Barcelona Messi was this unstoppable force, which he pretty much was, and Argentina Messi was just like a role player that is the star player, but he's not playing like that player that he is supposed to be for you.
To a wine tasting, and the woman in charge of the vineyard, I was talking to her about football. She was saying we should drop Messi and it should be all about Carlos Tevez. And I was just saying, but what
drop Messi?
What do you mean? Have you seen Messi? And she's like, no, Tevez has got it here.
And for Argentinians, it's there that counts.
It's not about the skill, it's about the heart. Ooh.
Pecho frío, cold chest, a bottler.
El pecho frío es como no tener sangre, ¿no?
Pecho frío acá quiere decir un jugador que no pone toda su
Pecho
fuerza.
frío.
It's someone who can't produce the goods when it matters.
Como que no tiene la sangre caliente para ir a hacerlo.
See, like out here, or like I'll say, like from what I hear in the sports world, from my perspective, is he don't got that killer instinct.
Que tiene que hacer, o como que le da lo mismo el resultado.
And with that, there's the personality.
You see, Pecho Frio is just as much a critique of the person as it is the performance.
Que le falta carácter.
His prime is he's not very expressive.
Hold up. Alright, we back, gang.
Argentines are expressive, they're boisterous, they're loud, they cry, they laugh, they shout. And so seeing Messi, someone who isn't naturally that extroverted, just they're two worlds that collide.
His demeanor goes against him because he looks like very introverted.
Sí, siempre fue muy correcto, muy educado, muy respetuoso. Sí, más allá de lo que él sintiera.
Why is that a problem? In many countries that wouldn't be a problem. Why is that a problem here? Because we're not in Sweden, man. We're here.
We ain't here for that calm, respectful. Nah. We want to win this, and we want that dog to come out you. We want that killer to come out you. We want that. None of y'all on the other team is better than me. None of y'all on the other team is better than my team. We are going to win. We are going to win, and I'm doing everything that I got to do to make sure that happens. I don't care if you will disappoint your country or whatever like that, but that's the same. But at the end of the day, that team the other team across from you, they gotta have that same mentality. At the end of the day, it's all respect. At the end of the day, it's all respect. But that's whenever the end of the day comes. As of right now, while we on this field, we are rivals. I can't let you win. I can't let you win. That's what they want. That's what they want, because that's what I be wanting from my teams whenever I go ahead and I'm watching sports no matter what. Whenever it comes, especially when it comes down to playoffs and when it's time for everything to matter, I want you to not care about the other person on the other side of the field of like what they want to win and whatnot like that, because at the end of the day, they gonna come, but it ain't today. It ain't today.
To show your emotions in Argentines. That's what Argentines do.
I hear people like to see tears, blood, sweat, sacrifice.
You just can't do it. It's sacrilegious. You can't not show your emotions.
We want that. We like that. I don't know why. But that's the way it is.
And so even in his body language, Messi found himself in the shadow of Maradona.
Messi es políticamente correcto. Maradona no.
And do you think because of that, that's why Argentinians might like Maradona a bit more, because he broke the rules? He was a bit more extroverted?
¿Qué dijo?
Yo creo que a los argentinos les gusta Maradona porque rompía las reglas y eso.
You see, for Argentinians, Maradona's emotional way of being is just as important as anything he did on the pitch.
Mucha gente intenta como separar Maradona como jugador y Maradona como persona. A mí me gusta Maradona, todo Maradona.
When they ignored his repeated requests to leave him alone, Maradona cracked and opened fire with an air rifle.
Diego es la máxima expresión de un ser argentino, ¿no? Como
He opened fire. Wait. They said leave him alone. He wouldn't leave him alone. And Maradona, he pulled out the rifle. That's crazy. So there goes the ultimate expression. Hold on, let's lock in.
de nuestras propias contradicciones. Yo asumo que Diego tiene un montón de facetas que no me gustan, que me enojan, que y también que me identifican.
But criticism of Messi didn't stop at his supposed pecho frio.
There's been many criticisms of Messi. What are some of the ones you've heard of in the past?
Oh, way too many of them. You know, it's more Catalan than Argentine.
Messi es catalán.
He's never played for an Argentine club.
Quizás si hubiera jugado en Boca.
He walks around the pitch.
What is a Catalan? If y'all know in the comments, y'all let me know.
Que no corre como antes.
But there being this question mark of how Argentinian does he really feel?
Es europeo, que juega en Cataluña, no tiene nada que ver con nosotros.
In the sense that he doesn't feel
that energy is gonna shift so much.
The same way as someone like Carlos Tevez, for example, the player of the people.
Yeah, does he sing the anthem loudly enough?
No, ¿cómo? Mírame cómo lo cantaba Maradona el himno. Basta de este pibe. Basta de este pibe.
Meanwhile, right after leading Argentina to that 2014 World Cup final, Messi leads Argentina to the Copa America final in 2015 and 16. Yet both times, they heartbreakingly lose on penalties.
He's lost these 3 finals in successive years, and he's devastated.
He was fed up. He had missed the penalty in the shootout.
You talk to players who were there, and apparently Messi in the dressing room was just sitting on the floor between benches, just weeping.
Un Messi que no se siente acompañado con su pueblo.
And I think he just sort of thought, I can't take this anymore. I can't take annual disappointment, and it's always him who gets blamed.
Right.
And he was fed up. He was over with. He said,
que ya está, se terminó para mí la selección. Ya, como dije recién, son 4 finales. No es para mí. And he then quits international football.
And that's when Messi found out how Argentina really feels about him.
They begged for Messi to come back. People went to went to the streets to ask for Messi to come back.
Yeah, I mean, there's people taking the streets. It was this constant campaign.
Uniting behind the campaign message, not te vayas Leo or Leo don't go, a nationwide campaign.
You see, that's what happens. That's what happens whenever you. That's a clear-cut example of you don't know what you have until you lost it. And I'm not gonna lie to you, we all go through that. I'm not trying to throw no shade on Argentina or whatever like that, because you heard all of the analysts and the media people going ahead and saying that, no, enough with the pipe. He can't do it. I want him to sing the national anthem like Maradona did. Not necessarily saying that dude was one of the people that was begging for Messi to come back. You know what I'm saying? He have his feelings, and that's the way that he feel. Like this is like something that you can apply to life, honestly. Like, you don't know what you got until you lost it. So with that being said, not gonna lie to you, I'm gonna literally just take a break right here just to say whatever it is that y'all have that y'all think that's annoying you or whatever like that, but you know it's like something good for you, or if it's something that you know that you wouldn't be the person that it is that you are without that person or whatever it is, just remember, you don't know what you got until it's gone.
And began to convince Messi to reconsider.
The No Te Vayas campaign was everywhere. It was on street signs, on banners, even in the underground.
Yo veo jugar a él y me desvivo.
And they realised that the future of Messi is a worse future that makes them less likely to win things.
Tienen que volver. Perdone que me emocioné, pero es eso lo que siento.
His brother did.
He actually went onto the streets.
Yeah.
Where? To the obelisk?
Yeah.
Oh, seriously? They went to the obelisk to ask for Messi to come?
Yeah.
The obelisco, it's a giant structure in the middle of Avenida 9 de Julio in Buenos Aires. It became the symbol of Buenos Aires. It became a symbol also of Argentina. And it's the place that football fans had chosen to celebrate their own victories. So I think the fans going to the obelisco to claim Messi to be back in the national team was a counterculture protest.
And reflecting how much he meant to them in particular, it was the reaction of Argentina's youth that was making the biggest impact.
No te vayas, si te vas, nos vamos a quedar sin final, no vamos a poder llegar de vuelta.
From handwritten letters.
Tengo 8 años y estoy muy triste de saber que te vas.
To emotional outbursts.
Porque eres el mejor del mundo y no se tiene que retirar nunca. Ni cuando tenga 10 años ni nunca.
It was a generation still waiting for their own.
That's a different type of love right there, bro. That's a different type of love. I don't mean to be pausing like that, but I ain't gonna lie to you. That's a different type of love right there, bro. Whenever you got the kids that's over there crying because they want Messi to play even to 200 years old, even though, bro, might not live to that. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. That's another amount of love right there, bro. But like, yeah, look, man, everybody get emotional. Everybody feel like how they feel, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. I get angry with my team all the time, but it's like a brother thing. It's like a brother, sister, sibling relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I might be like upset with you right now. I might feel like I hate your guts right now, but at the end of the day, I know we gonna be good at the end of the day. Like, simple.
86 that were leading the sentiment.
No te vayas. Sin vos la selección no es nada. Te amo, Leo.
And whether it was the crying children of his homeland or just his sense of Argentinian duty, eventually, Messi came round.
But that is the moment when it changes.
So this new Messi was suddenly there.
And it felt like he was more willing to take things by the scruff of the neck, you know.
We received Messi the White, like Gandalf, you know, the new version of Messi.
Sí, hubo un cambio notorio en su personalidad.
He had something of a fire burning inside him.
Es como acordarse de Maradona a veces.
Definitivamente.
Me encanta que usar el término maradoniano o endegado.
And so he dyes his hair, he gets more tattoos.
He was red carded in 2 games for Argentina.
You know, he was scoring up to Gary Medel.
He also refused to receive the runners-up medal in the Copa America 19.
He starts attacking Conmebol in public.
Repito otra vez, en esta copa se cansaron de cobrar boludeces. Fue boludo, penales, pelotudo, y hoy ni siquiera fueron a ver.
But just the fact that Messi could, you know, criticize Conmebol, call them corrupt.
That's the South American Football Federation.
Exactly.
There was a huge spat with the press, which he'd always been pretty good with the Argentine press before that.
Estamos acá para comunicarle que hemos tomado la decisión de no alarmar con la prensa.
Antes Messi era, no, pará, está todo bien, pará. Y ahora no, y ahora el loco es Maradona.
And the people who wanted Messi to be a little bit more like Maradona kind of got their wish, right?
Did you like that?
Yes.
Why? Because he came more Maradonian, maybe more Argentinian?
Because he showed he's not pecho frío.
What did he show? That he's
Character, strength. Blood! He showed that he has blood.
The retirement, and then coming back, it was almost like it cleared his head. He'd always been slightly cowed before that. He'd sort of tried to fit in, and I think he thought, well, actually, I've already retired. I've already seen the worst. So I'm just going to be me.
¡Claro! Lo que demostró es tener huevo, tiene coraje, es grande en todo sentido. Aprendan a conocerlo. Los que hasta ahora no lo conocían, esta Copa América lo conocieron. Siempre fue igual. Lo que pasa es que ahora se dio a conocer.
And as for the absurd, he didn't feel Argentinian.
His favourite food is Argentinian, his favourite films are Argentinian, his favourite music is Argentinian.
His wife is from Rosario, they've known each other since they were kids. His whole extended family is still in Rosario. He visits them very frequently as well.
And of course, anybody who listens to Messi, he's still got a very distinctive Argentinian accent.
I see, this is what I love right here. This is what I love right here, bro. Because, like, bro, he literally went ahead and he saw the worst of it, right? In his own eyes. He went ahead and retired. He quit, blah, 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 blah. And he came back with a different vengeance, like with a different mindset, with a different character. It was just like, you know, it was probably like that respectful character that he had. Like, I always want to be respectful, I want to be nice, I want to be kind, I have this giant platform that I have, you know, people care about what I say, people take what I say literally, like some people like literally are moved by just things that I simply say and do, let alone everything that it is that I do in the football field. But now it's like they want me to come back, and now I'm going to sit there and I'm going to take that responsibility by the throat and I'm going to own it. Everything that happens is going to be on me. And I'm not going but I'm not going to worry about that though, because I'm going to get the job done this time. I'm going to get the job done this time. So it don't matter if people are going to sit there and tell me that, hey, look, you ain't this, you ain't that. They done said everything that they can say. They literally done said everything that they can say. So you know what? If it's going to be on me, then guess what? You know what else is going to be on me? Whenever I win that World Cup, that's going to be on me. So if it's going to be on me if we lose, it's going to be on me if we win. When we win. That's the mentality he came back with. And I love that.
Un pibe que se fue a los 14 años y podría tener un acento español. Y sin embargo, se come las heces como cualquier rosarino o rosarina.
And Hales is crazy.
Have you heard him speak? I mean, he speaks with a, not just with an Argentine accent, but with a Rosarino accent.
But nothing sums up Messi's love and desire to play for Argentina more than the story of how it all began.
Man, I'm getting hype up in here, bro. And soccer really getting me there, bro. I'm telling you, man.
Messi's father contacted us in a graphico at the time.
Loving this soccer journey, by the way. Appreciate everybody that's recommending me videos, and appreciate everybody that's along with me for this soccer journey. I'm really loving it. I ain't gonna lie.
Spain were lurking, trying to convince him to play for Spain, and Messi didn't consider that as an option. He wanted to play for Argentina. The problem is that no one knew him in Argentina yet.
For real.
And the father of Messi asked if he could send us some videos so we could see him play and maybe alert or notice the manager of Argentina, because he had no direct links to AFA. I remember when we were seeing the videos, these amazing videos, and now we know from YouTube and internet, but at the time they were a treasure that we received directly from Jorge Messi, and of course we had to publish that story, make the comparison with Maradona, and we contacted the national team manager at the time, and it prevented Spain from convincing Messi to play for them. And this, I think, sums up how much Messi always wanted to play for Argentina.
And so, with a new Messi who evidently appreciates Argentina, and in Argentina feeling the same way back, a new connection formed.
The connection the players have with the national team at this point is at an all-time high.
Messi no era el mismo Messi que hoy.
La gente cambió con él.
Messi, te amo.
Lo que pensaba
I love you.
Cambió.
Sin lugar a dudas, creo que también se
I know a little bit of Spanish, you know what I'm saying? I know a little bit of Spanish, not a lot.
acerca mucho más al pueblo y por eso el pueblo lo abraza más.
And so when Argentina crashed out at yet another World Cup, this time at Russia 2018, whilst they still face some backlash, the blame starts to shift, notably to their erratic manager Jorge Sampaoli.
Y un equipo a la deriva, con un entrenador que, bueno, define así las cosas.
Argentina were finally realizing the problems were far bigger than Messi.
So imagine that between 1969 and 2009, in 40 years, Argentina had 9 permanent managers. And in Messi's 15 years in the national team, he had to deal with the same amount of managers.
Yeah, I mean, when you take into account the fact that since Messi made his Argentina debut, no manager has ever completed a World Cup cycle. Like,
what, the 4 years?
The 4 years. No manager has ever managed that.
Before, it was unthinkable to have a manager for less than 4 years. And suddenly Messi discovered that it could be 2 managers in 1 year, 3 managers in the course of 3 years, 2 presidents, a normalization committee coming from FIFA.
And so the Argentinian FA went on the hunt for yet another manager.
So the Argentine Football Association have no money, and they're desperately casting around for a cheap option.
The cheapest they find is Sampaoli's assistant, Lionel Scaloni, who in contrast to Sampaoli and previous coaches, had no experience in such a role.
It was absolutely crazy to give the national team the top job in Argentine football to someone who had never coached before.
You know what, Scaloni never coached.
No, he was only assistant manager.
And it turns out they get really lucky because he's really good.
But it wasn't just tactically where Scaloni brought a change.
He's very calm, he's very laid back, he's very humble, his ego is minuscule.
In direct contrast to the ways of Argentinian football, Scaloni takes a new mentality.
And he had this mantra he kept repeating, we win, we lose, nobody dies, it's fine. People get too excited about football. It's only football. And that, I think, is what Argentina needed.
A lot less tension in the dressing room, a lot less pressure as well.
They have a very, very...
That's literally like... Okay, now, when you say it like that, it's more of like a... It's like, yeah, sometimes the thing that you need is not necessarily the thing that you thought you needed. Because I'm hearing this passion for... And I'm looking at this passion that these fans have. I'm looking at these passion that the people that he's interviewing that they have, and basically, like, he's basically summing up everything that all of the fans are saying. Like, they want that dog, they want that aggression, they want that hunger, you know what I'm saying, that fire, you know what I'm saying. And you come in, you bring in a coach that kind of doesn't like give you that vibe. A coach that's, we win, we lose, nobody dies, it's fine. Which, of course, at the end of the day, you get to live to see another day, so, it's not the end of the world, But it's also like you know what? Y'all need to relax. Because y'all going a little, like, I get it. Y'all want to win so bad, but y'all need that timeout. That, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, you with all of that adrenaline and with that fire, like who the hell are you talking to? Like, we won't win. You talking about we win, we lose, we die. Like, you don't want it. That's how people gonna view it. He don't want it. You don't want it as much as we do. And I'm not gonna lie to you. Sometimes that's not always the case. You could show that you want it just as much as, like, everybody else said that they want it, but you just also got to know, like, you know, when to dial it back and just like focus and like just lock in right quick. And that's kind of weird how it works like that, but it works like that sometimes. It does.
A calm man. So, as time went by, it became less and less surprising when Argentina started winning games and winning games and winning games because Messi was happy right there.
But then, just as things were clicking into place for Messi and the national team,
there's sad news coming through from the world of football this evening. Argentina great Diego Maradona has died at the age of 60.
And so suddenly it's like, this is the blackest day in Argentinian history.
Es un pedazo de vida que se te va, hay que festejaste.
That's how much they mean to them, bro. That's how much he meant to them.
Me gusta mucho hablar de Diego desde que Diego se fue.
There's people out on the streets weeping. There is this horrendous grief and this real public mourning.
Argentina's reaction to losing the man who embodied them was as emotional and chaotic as you'd expect.
The government realised they can't contain this grief from Maradona. So essentially COVID regulations come to an end in Argentina at that moment, the moment of Maradona's death.
Realising the gravity of the situation, the Argentinian government decreed 3 days of national mourning. And despite being in the height of lockdown, Maradona's coffin's put on display in the presidential palace, where tens of thousands of mourners come and pay their respects. And in a fitting tribute to Maradona and football in the country,
that's fire.
This brings out the best.
That is so fire.
And in a fitting tribute to Maradona and football in the country, this brings out the best and worst in people, where fans from both sides of the country's most notorious rivalries unite in their grief, whilst riots and protests unfold when others can't see the wake.
Justamente allí, bueno, la policía que se rearma, decíamos en Avenida de Mayo.
And so again, the spiral in Argentina looked for hope in its national team. This time at the 2021 Copa America, the first international tournament Argentina would play post-Diego.
And you have to consider the fact that that Copa America was supposed to be held in Argentina.
Oh my God, bro. That is crazy, bro. And like that is you gotta tip your hat to the passion, bro. Like, I understand. I see everything that's going on and everything like that. You know, the government's getting involved. Y'all got law enforcement getting involved because people can't hold in their grief and everything like that. But you gotta realize something, bro. Sometimes there's like literally people that you probably never even physically met, but because they've done stuff that's either like that's done so much for you. Because like, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Some people's lives would probably be completely different if he didn't win that World Cup back in 1986, if I'm not mistaken. And he just gave them a feel of being alive, you know, and they want that feeling back. They want that feeling back because it's just that there's nothing that can compare to that feeling, bro. There really ain't nothing to compare to that feeling. Just knowing that you're the best at something, that, you know, and it's like everything that he meant for people to be acting like that, and some people probably never ever physically talked to him or had a conversation with him, don't even know that those people exist like individually, but what he meant to those people, and I'm pretty sure what those people mean to him is a whole nother level of just nothing but respect, bro. And I can only imagine what it would like to have been to like live in Argentina or be an Argentinian football fan and to hear that Maradona died, bro. And that's
and we were stripped away from it.
With the Copa America moved to Brazil due to Argentina's inability to cope with the tournament mid-pandemic, Messi and his squad were forced to spend 6 weeks in isolation to try and finally end Argentina's trophy drought.
They weren't located in Brazil. They also had to travel constantly from Argentina to Brazil and back again.
And they couldn't see their family.
Exactly. And yet in that adversity, I think that's where Argentina really bonded, and it's where Messi really emerges as this vocal leader. He became kind of like this vocal leader, this motivational leader. And you keep seeing him on the pitch, talking to players in a way he just hadn't in previous World Cups and previous tournaments.
He's a different leader, and it's fabulous to watch.
Messi leads Argentina all the way to another final, this time against host Brazil, where pre-match shows the leader he's become.
45 días sin ver nuestra familia, muchachos. 45 días. El Dibu fue papá.
Fui papá y no puedo ver la hija todavía. No la puedo hacer upa.
Yeah, that's another Maradona moment.
Ok, por este momento. Porque teníamos un objetivo, muchachos. Teníamos un objetivo y estamos un pasito a conseguirlo. A un pasito, y ¿sabes qué es lo mejor de todo? Que depende de nosotros.
And you also see, I think, just how much Argentinian players want to win for him.
Diego Martinez, who had said that they weren't winning a trophy with Messi, they were winning for Messi.
And that, I think, is a very unusual thing for players to be desperate to win an international tournament, not just for themselves and for their country, but for a specific player.
And so as Argentina followed that speech out onto the pitch and finally won their first trophy in nearly 30 years in what was Messi's 5th final with the national team, it was no wonder the focus was on one player.
The best reflection of that you can possibly have is when the final whistle blew. Messi drops to his knees, and what every other player in that Argentina squad, they don't celebrate for themselves. They go and celebrate with Messi.
Finally, Messi brought a trophy back to Argentina. But for the Argentinian football purists,
Copa Americas don't count.
Is clearly a major tournament. However, it is not the World Cup.
That's the fans, bro. That's them fans, bro. That's me. That's me. That's me, bro. Like, don't get me wrong. Soccer got way more trophies and like stuff that you can go ahead and achieve than like basketball and football and stuff like that, which is at my level of expertise. Well, I ain't gonna say expertise, but as a fan, I am an expert. As a fan, I am an expert. But you know what I'm saying, bro? It's like that in-season tournament with the NBA. It's like that in-season tournament. They count, but they don't count. But they more don't count. You know what I'm saying? It's not the NBA final. Come on. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Obsessed. We're obsessed with the World Cup.
Man, what the hell, bro? See? Why the devil be trying to rob me, bro? You not gonna win, bro. We don't.
The World Cup is an obsession for Argentines.
For Argentinians, success is the World Cup. And that's it.
It's a country that needs to win a World Cup too.
But Messi needs the World Cup.
Messi always said and repeated that he would exchange all his individual achievements, all his Champions Leagues, all his countless league titles for it.
And so as the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar approached, with Messi now 35 years old.
Ahora nunca, now or never. I mean, this is the moment for him to do it. Because he said it several times before, he's not going to have another shot. This is the last time he will ever try to win a World Cup for Argentina.
In Argentina's first World Cup since Diego Maradona's passing. In Argentina's first World Cup that was played during their summer. In Argentina's last World Cup with their Messia, it all felt like the perfect time to end the nation's 36-year wait for their greatest obsession of all.
Argentina always have expectations of the World Cup, but this time it was really justified. This was not just a look at the players we've got, we really should be winning this. It was look at the players that we've got and look how well we're playing.
Hay muchos hinchas que ya dicen.
Pero obviamente que todos queremos campeones.
No, pero otra
Pero hay un montón hasta se tatuaron Argentina campeón Qatar 2022.
Claro.
They boasted the most informed team in the world.
37 games unbeaten.
Argentina had played Italy, the European champions, in the finalissima, and had beaten them very, very convincingly 3-0.
And they had the new Maradonian Messi.
The best player of his generation, possibly the best player of Argentina's history, the best player to ever play football.
So with their first group stage game against Saudi Arabia, who were the worst ranked team in the World Cup,
La Argentina está obligada a ganar mañana. Veamos, tenés un minuto, no es tan complicado ganar mañana tampoco.
the expectation wasn't so much if they'd win, but by how much. Yet somehow,
When we lost against Saudi Arabia, I was like, that's it. Really? Yeah, I mean, how can you lose against Saudi Arabia?
Saudi Arabia was that bad? Saudi Arabia was that bad? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I already know this about to be a straight Saudi Arabians fans talking their shit, boy.
That's a disaster for the country.
Yeah, so I mean, the media reaction is, yeah, it's exactly what you'd expect.
Lo que no te puedes permitir es perder con Arabia Saudita.
Of course, people freaked out after the result against Saudi Arabia.
El mundo del fútbol te mancha con esto.
That's a very Argentine thing.
Dang, Saudi Arabia was that bad? I really need somebody to tell me how bad Saudi Arabia is. Like, real talk. I understand we watching once in a lifetime Argentina, but I need to know what is the... How do you Why is it such a big deal that they lost to Saudi Arabia? I need to know.
No lo esperaba nadie en el mundo del fútbol, nadie.
And there was a slight sense of, hang on, I've seen this from Argentina before.
Going to the World Cup as favourites and flopping in the group stage? For Argentina, it felt like deja vu 20 years later.
People remember 2002, in which Argentina also came at the World Cup, you know, in such a great form.
But they're eliminated. They don't make it through to the knockouts.
And that was the big fear.
And so I think that Saudi Arabia game awoke all those ghosts again.
But it wasn't only the World Cup that was reminding Argentina of 2002.
Crisis económica, pobreza y desempleo. Es lo que enfrentan miles de argentinos que se volcaron a las calles.
It's always tough for Argentina, but especially now, I mean...
El 50% de la población por debajo de la línea de pobreza.
It's very difficult for Argentina to get by every day.
Because it wasn't just Maradona's passing that had caused turmoil on the streets of Argentina.
Several policies that have sent our economy into chaos.
And so, similar to 2002, 2022 saw demonstrations and protests once again become a daily part of Argentine life.
Yeah, I think there was a sense of Maradona's death. It was almost sort of the final straw, that everything was going wrong.
The amount of families who are living without electricity right now.
The economy was a mess, unemployment was rising, inflation was rising.
So it's a country that at this point lives with inflation.
Inflation is running at 92% year to year right now.
Wow.
By the end of the year, it's about to reach 100%.
Whoa, hell.
What that does to your income. The money that you earn in January is worth half 12 months later.
And so more than ever, this World Cup was about so much more than football.
For Argentines, this World Cup's more than just a distraction.
Needed something to celebrate, something to believe, something to be hopeful about.
Yet one game in, it already looked doomed.
So after the Saudi game, we couldn't lose anymore. One more loss and we're out.
They play Mexico next.
If we would have drawn against Mexico, we were out in the second game.
So basically it was sudden death from that moment on.
And perhaps because of that, Argentina played even worse against Mexico.
You see that first half against Mexico, they were all, extremely feeling the pressure that one wrong move and they would be out.
All the trouble they've got up since 1990, all of that would have been weighing on them even more heavily.
They were really nervous. They were shaking.
We've messed it up again. We get to another World Cup and we've messed it up.
So Saturday wasn't even the low point. It was half time against Mexico.
Yes, we were drawing 0-0.
So if that game stays 0-0, Argentina would have been bottom of the group.
Okay. We still have 45 minutes.
But you need a miracle.
We needed a miracle.
And that miracle came through.
Who else?
And it's Messi again. It has to be Messi.
Who else?
It's the perfect shot.
And the ball went exactly where it was supposed to go, right next to the post. Someone as great a goalkeeper as Ochoa could not reach that ball. I mean, what can I say, man?
Like, it wasn't until he scored a regular goal. It was another one from outside the box from nothing.
Just like how they described Maradona in '86.
It's a single moment where, one player has grabbed the tournament by the scruff of the neck and won it.
Now it was Messi's turn.
El 1 de enero fue con bronca, como esa jugada de Jordan, de Diego, que tenían que aparecer de alguna manera con
See, yeah, look, man. Now I feel a little bit better about using so many basketball references because somebody else did it in the video, not just me.
And then that was it. Argentina suddenly remembered how to play football again.
They remember that Messi, let's be honest.
That Mexico wins followed by a 2-0 win over Poland. And that takes them to the knockout stages, where they beat Australia in the round of 16 thanks to another goal from Messi. And so with Argentina booking their place in the quarterfinals against the Dutch and only 3 games away from potential World Cup glory, Papanani and I decided to head out to the land of silver to experience firsthand what could truly be the ultimate once-in-a-lifetime story.
Well, a very warm welcome here to Buenos Aires. Time now has just gone 20 minutes past 10 in the morning.
Next time on Once in a Lifetime.
Violation detention.
That one was nice too. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I ain't gonna lie. This one right here really gave me like that. Cause I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I came into this video, bro, and y'all probably could tell by my eyes a little bit, bro. I came into this video. I was tired, bro. I was tired, but I knew that I had to go ahead and record this video because number one, I've been wanting to see it. and I've been trying to make time so I could go ahead and get back to my stuff for my YouTube and everything like that, you know. And I wanted to see this video because I really wanted to follow up from that first video, because that first video was so amazing. And this one, it was like, it brought a different vibe. The first one was like, you know, you're learning about Argentina, you're getting the backstory about Argentina, and we're talking a little bit about soccer and what soccer means to us. And then in the second video, it's just like, let's dive into what happened and these years leading up to whatever it is that we achieved and everything like that. And I like the fact that they always go ahead and lead with cliffhangers. I'm gonna say I like it on the sense of story building and everything like that, but I don't like it on the sense of I want to know what is happening. You know what I'm saying? Love that though. Another banger video by Copa 90, Once in a Lifetime, episode 2. Episode 3 coming soon, coming next actually. I want to make sure that I get it next. I don't want to keep on dragging y'all on so y'all can keep on, you know, wondering what's gonna happen, well, wondering what I'm gonna say or whatever like that, you know what I'm saying? So episode 3 coming next, and episode 4 following right after that. After that, I'm believing that I want to go ahead and check out some, if somebody could provide me with some Maradona highlights, or not highlights, but a documentary, and maybe a Ronaldinho. Yeah, Ronaldinho. I keep on saying Ronald. I keep on getting him mixed up with like Ronaldo's name because they got similar starts. But man, I ain't gonna lie, I love this video right here, man. This really shows like everything that Argentina is going through, and it's really giving me more and more respect as I watch these videos for the Argentinian people. And also another thing is just seeing just that closeness and just that similar reaction of like fans that are just fans of sports and have such amazing passion when it comes to the things that they love, man. I love seeing videos like this. Once again, I'm very surprised that I'm the first person to go ahead and react to these series, but I love it. I love it. I beat somebody to the punch, and then maybe somebody gonna go ahead and react to it just because they see me do it. Make sure that y'all go hit that subscribe button and help your boy get to 300 subscribers. And with that being said, that's gonna be all for me today. ETO out. Make sure you have yourself a blessed day. Peace.